So the book's called Peak: How Great Companies Get Their Mojo from Maslow. And it's based upon Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He was sort of a very famous psychologist from the mid-20th century. And his hierarchy of needs is based upon the premise that we have base needs as humans and we have higher needs as humans. And when our company, Joie de Vivre, was going through the downturn post 9/11, post .com bust in the Bay Area, we learned that, frankly, Maslow's hierarchy of needs had a lot of applicability to the relationships we have in the hotel industry with employees, customers, and investors. I got into the industry because I was a couple years out of Stanford Business School and working as a commercial real estate developer in San Francisco, and I really wasn't enjoying it and wanted to do something that's a little bit more creative, as well as something that was not so negotiations driven. And generally speaking, the hotel business is very much about creating teams and working with people. And I liked that, and so I started Joie de Vivre, this company, when I was 26 years old. Well, that's a very impractical name. I mean, it's hard to pronounce, hard to spell. People sometimes don't even know what it means. It means joy of life in French. But it was sort of what I was looking for from my company and from my work. And I think I get buzzed when I get a really wonderful email or phone call from an employee or a customer who really appreciates our unique approach to business. And particularly when a customer may notice some of the things that are unique about our culture. What do I like and what I dislike about traveling? What I like about traveling is I love seeing new places. I mean, there's no doubt that it's fun to go out and see the world and see the diversity of what's out there. I think I get a little worn out from the it's not just the travel and the planes, it's literally the sort of generic nature of so many things out there in the world that everybody's trying to be the same. And the fact is I was just in Albuquerque, Santa Rosa, and Sonoma, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, all within about a 36-hour period. But generally speaking, sometimes as you're driving down the street, it's like one big strip mall. And so I like it when I see I go to a place and there's a real unique soul to the place, and that comes through.
What do you want to be known as besides the wonderful philosopher that you're getting more known as through your book, through your speaking, and so on? Is there anything else?
Well, thank you. When I grew up, I want to be a philosopher. I took one philosophy class in my freshman year of college, and everybody said, "You can't make a living as a philosopher." Well, maybe you can, but it certainly helps to go out and make some money, doing something else first, and then to do it. I don't know. This peak. The principles in Peak, the idea that employees, customers, and investors all have higher needs as well as base needs. And the most successful companies in the world, the peak performers, are able to focus beyond just the base needs and move up to those higher needs. That's a philosophy that I feel quite strongly about. It certainly helped our company succeed, and a lot of other companies too. So I guess in terms of being known for something, the idea of looking at the long term in terms of our relationships with the people we work with, as opposed to just the transactional short term, like, what's in it for me and, this week. I think that's probably, if I have a sort of a philosophy that I'd love to be able to pass on to other people, that's it in a snapshot.